Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Wealthy Mindset. It's yours truly, Money Making Mitch. And as usual guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. To set the stage for today's video, take a look at this clip and then we shall continue.
Right now, we're estimating a 20% reduction in volume for the second half of 2025. Now, that again is under the assumption that the tariff implementation is going to move forward at some high numbers. Our concerns about reduction, I think, are going to really start being elevated as we move towards May. And it's going to be interesting to see what unintended consequences may be, which is loss of jobs. And of course, when you lose jobs, unemployment goes up, there's less consumer spending, and 2/3 of our GDP is based on consumer spending.
I mean, 3,000 containers.
We'd come up here and we'd go to the various union halls for our job calls and get assigned to our positions on the various ships. And what everyone's talking about right now is how the tariffs could affect us and our jobs. And there'll be only so many jobs to go around and a lot of guys looking for work. So it was spelled out by some of the dispatchers at the unions that this is a concern, this is probably going to be happening and it's going to affect us all. So, you know, it's our livelihood. We're concerned about it.
Alright guys, welcome back. Now, this is due to the tariff situation, and the tariffs was just increased by the Trump administration. What is China doing to counteract this? Take a look, guys.
China is taking measures to expand its foreign trade with new types of offshore arrangements that allow both domestic and foreign companies to sell more of their products to more people globally. Chinese companies are shifting from being suppliers of goods to playing a service role, like the offshore economies of Singapore or Switzerland, allowing goods from countries other than China to be sold to the world. China will use some of its own free trade zones to set up the pilot programs and will aim to put Chinese offshore companies at the helm.
实现从买中国卖全球到买全球卖全球的价值链跃升。
This represents a value leap from buying from China, selling to the world, to buying globally, selling globally. This is of great significance for enhancing China's ability to control global trade resources and helping to build a strong trading nation.
China's push to develop its offshore trade comes at a time of international uncertainty, with the U.S.'s tariff threats shaking markets around the world.
All right, guys, welcome back. Now, Tesla perhaps is also a victim of the tariffs and it's already rearing its ugly head, or perhaps it's due to faulty and safety concerns and a defective product with a failed business model. Nevertheless, I would allow you guys to decide. It says Tesla reduced Cybertruck production and trimmed its teams by more than half, according to a Business Insider report published on Thursday. Since January, the company has been relocating staff to Model Y production lines instead. So perhaps it is a faulty product when it comes to the Cybertruck, with numerous recalls. The report cited factory workers who said that production guidance in Tesla's Gigafactory in Texas were changed in the past few months, with one of them stating that it feels a lot like they're filtering people out. The production shift follows similar moves made last year by the company when it notified staff that it would change Cybertruck production schedules. They were told the company planned to scale back production targets for the electric pickup truck for the first quarter of 2025. So it paints a picture of what their earnings report will look like. Cybertruck is apocalypse level safe, Elon Musk stated in a social media post last February, after the model received a 5-star rating from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Of course, we all know that it's an unsafe vehicle, and that's why in England they still can't sell it. In mid-March, however, the NHTSA recalled nearly all the Cybertruck units Tesla delivered in the US due to a problem on the exterior panel. They were falling off. They weren't glued properly. The panel recall affected over 46,000 vehicles built from November 2023 through February 27th. Data compiled by the longtime Tesla tracker Troy Teslike showed the Cybertruck output at the Texas plant reached recently its lowest in the last 4 quarters. Although it was the 8th recall for the SUV, the eighth recall for the SUV since January 2024, data from the COX Automotive showed the model ranked as the 5th best-selling electric vehicles in the United States last year. So again, this is what happens when there's no competition, when there's nothing to choose from, and when you don't have a lot of sharp tools in the shed. They will go out and buy it. But it's the 5th, it's ranked 5th, when in reality it should not be sold and allowed to be driven on streets. Tesla opened orders for the Cybertruck in August last year, with deliveries beginning in November 2023. In the US, 4 years after the vehicle's unveiling in Los Angeles, according to COX Automotive, Tesla sold 6,406 Cybertrucks in the first quarter of 2025, and when production was just beginning. However, the figures are less than half of what the brand sold in the third and fourth quarters of 2024, with 14,416 and 12,991 units delivered respectively, as the model's production ramped up. Before the vehicle's production launch in late 2023, the Musk forecasted that the Cybertruck annual sales could reach 250,000 units, but Tesla delivered only around 39,000 units in 2024. So it just goes to show you guys exactly what I've been saying in this channel, and I was called a Tesla basher. But in reality, I saw it was a disgusting, horrible product that fell behind. The Tesla Cybertruck belonged in the Flintstone era. It is such a disaster, with things falling off, the truck shutting down on the side of the road, like one of the older model Ford cars that we had here back in the day. So I saw what was happening. I saw what was coming. I understood that they stopped innovating, but people said I was bashing. So I hope you guys, this paints a better picture of where Tesla is going, especially this year again. For the last 3 years, they've been losing market share, and they will continue to do so. I hope you guys found this video to be informational, inspirational, and motivational. If so, guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It takes a lot of time to do these videos and the editing. And if you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to think about doing so, because in this channel, we are waking up the middle class for the first time to get a major piece of the pie from the ground level up as to how the game is played on Wall Street. And like 50 said, we get rich or we die trying, guys.